Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the starting 11 show for Everton versus Manchester City at Goodison Park. 5:30 kickoff. Let's get into it. Jordan Pickford in goal, of course. England's number one. He will start in goal for us, won't he? Right back Seamus Coleman. Good to see Seamus come through the Irish games and ready to kick on now for the rest of the season. Left back Leighton Baines. Just love saying it. And the two centre-backs, Michael Keane and Phil Jagielka. I think they've done well in recent weeks. Keane has certainly benefited from having Jags alongside him. Jags who's there to take responsibility and help Keane out when he needs it. So, you know, they look as though they're developing a bit of a partnership at the back there, and they're going to need to be at their very best to stop this Manchester City side, aren't they? Into midfield, I've gone McGarner. I've got everything crossed and prayers and everything that he passes a fitness test on his hamstring injury. Alongside him, Wayne Rooney and Tom Davies, the midfield three that started at Stoke. I think Rooney will be key for getting us on the ball, although he's going to have to distribute it a little bit quicker at times because Manchester City will be in there snapping at his heels. And obviously Tom Davies can do the press from midfield, which is vital to the way we play. And then the front three of, on the right hand side, Theo Walcott, on the left hand side, Yannick Bolasie, and through the middle, Cenk Tosun. I think Bolasie, as frustrating as he is, can cause Manchester City some problems going at their goal. Obviously he's going to have to be disciplined with the threat of Kyle Walker down the right hand side. But that is the starting 11 that I would choose to try and beat Manchester City at Goodison. As big a task as that is, it's 11v11 and it's at Goodison Park, so, you know, why not? Hopefully they've got 1.5 eyes on the Liverpool game, the Champions League next week. They know they're going to win the title. It's a case of when rather than if. So for them, maybe this game isn't as big a deal as it is, or it would be without this Champions League game, obviously, ahead of that next week against Liverpool. So that's the team that I would go for. What would you do? Any changes? Would you make anything different? Would you play Dominic Calvert-Lewin instead of Bolasie, or instead of Tom Davies even, like he did for the last half an hour at Stoke a couple of weeks ago? But hopefully Everton can hang on in there and get the result we all want. That is my starting 11. Now for you people on Patreon, you've just seen the team that I would pick for the visit of Manchester City. This is the team I think Sam Allardyce will pick for Pep Guardiola's men at Goodison Park. In goal, Jordan Pickford. Right back, Seamus Coleman, and left back Leighton Baines, and Keane and Jagielka in the middle. I think that back five now will probably play, barring any injuries, for the rest of the season. I think it'll help Jordan Pickford. I think having the two centre-backs in front of him who he knows, and they can get some kind of understanding, also with Baines and Coleman there as well, giving us that experience. And, you know, good quality on the ball. I think Sam Allardyce spoke about it in his press conference, talking about Baines and Coleman and how good they are with the ball, attacking wise, but also the know-how, the Premier League experience is key. And hopefully that back five that has tightened up a little bit of late can continue to remain tight. It's going to be tested to the maximum over the next two games, of course, against Manchester City and Liverpool. But that would be the back. That's the back five I think Sam Allardyce will go with. I think, even though he said Garner's got a late fitness test, I don't think Garner will play. I think he'll go with Morgan Schneiderlin. There was a lot of calls for Beningame if Garner doesn't make it. And Beningame looks a really good player. He's never let Everton down on any occasion that he's played this season. He would be one I'd be interested in seeing in there. But I think if Garner doesn't make it, I think Sam Allardyce will go with Morgan Schneiderlin for the Premier League experience, the height also. So yeah, I think he'll go with him. I think he'll have Wayne Rooney and Tom Davies either side of Schneiderlin in that midfield. Davies again pressing through the front and Rooney to get on the ball. And then the front three are basically our best front three at the moment, of Yannick Bolasie off the left, Theo Walcott off the right, and Cenk Tosun through the middle. I think that's the team that Sam Allardyce will plumb for. And yeah, you know, listen, Everton are going to have to play to their very, very maximum and squeeze every little bit of ability out of their body. They're going to have to defend brilliantly. They're going to have to be patient. City going to have the most of the ball. And we're going to have to hope Manchester City have an off day. It's as simple as that. As good as we are at home, and we've been very good, there's still gaps and question marks in this side. So we have to stay in and do our bit, you know, in terms of keeping our shape tight. Fans are going to have to be patient as well. These are the top side. But you know what? It's 11v11, and it's at Goodison. Anything can happen. We went down to the Etihad, second game of the season, and got a draw. We were the only team to take points off them for a long time in the Premier League this season. So why not? You know, they don't love Goodison Park. The record ain't great. Ours ain't bad at all lately against City. You know, Pep hasn't had a great time against us. So let's try and continue that. And who knows, with a little bit of the rub of the green, we might even win the game. Fingers crossed. But let me know what you think on the starting 11s. Anything you do differently? Do you like the team that I put out, or would you change that even? You know, let me know in the comments section below what you think. And can we beat one of the best teams ever to play in the Premier League? Who knows? All will be revealed at Goodison Park. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to look out for all the after-match stuff with me and Ped, and building up to the final word on Monday. Thank you very much. See you soon on Toffee TV.